When was the last time that you got high? Think about that for a moment. All right. Now, the common perception when I would have asked this question would be that I'm referring to some sort of substances like nicotine, marijuana, alcohol, or maybe even recreational drugs. But no, surprise, surprise, the topic that I have for you today is chasing nature's high. Now, when I ask this question, if any of you actually got any mental images from the last time where you did get high, this talk is definitely for you. Hi, my name is Alisha Khatija. I'm 21 years old, and here is a little something about me. I'm a current student at an Australian university called Murdoch in Dubai, where I'm currently pursuing my psychology and business management degree. I'm a solo skydiver. Having completed my AFF course, I'm currently working towards my A license. I'm also an advanced PADI certified scuba diver and I've dived around popular sites in Asia. I've traveled over 26 countries, which has helped me explore a lot of diverse cultures, society, ethics, and norms. I come from an educationalist family that has helped me connect with students from a really young age and motivated me to connect with them on a personal and a speaking level. Through all of my experiences, what I've come to learn is that most of the highs that we seem to be chasing these days, they don't really come from synthetic substances or artificial highs. They somehow seem to be wired within us. I want to reframe what getting high really means in our society. I resonate with this topic on a personal level, which is why I've chosen to speak on it on a larger platform. Substance is this isn't just limited to substances. Addictions, they aren't just limited to that. They come in various forms, such as the endless scrolling, the binge watching shows, binge eating junk food, gambling, and even possibly certain toxic highs that we get from certain relationships. Chasing nature's high is a concept that is in line with the idea of a tesseract because the point of chasing nature's high is to open up your minds to the higher dimensions. We live in what we believe is to be a three-dimensional world, and some explore the idea and the possibility of a fourth dimension. Now, we may not be able to access this dimension physically, but it is possible to understand this fourth dimension, which is a tesseract, theoretically. Since we cannot understand and access this physically, why not still open our minds to it? The everyday activities that we've been normalizing, they may be training our brain's reward system in a way that makes us crave quick stimulation. Now, what I'm about to explain next is some insights from behavioral psychology and neurotransmitter research, which I have done. And I want to talk about this because they are linked to pleasure. The first one that I would like to discuss is dopamine. Dopamine is one of the big ones. It releases when we expect a reward. So, research suggests that oftentimes when we're progressing towards a goal, it is possible for dopamine to release, which is what gives us the motivation to do it again and again. It can be as simple as watching your food delivery order come closer on your phone, or winning a small game, or achieving a small task. The next one that I would like to explain is serotonin. Serotonin is one that is often linked with calm and emotional balance. This can be released when you're possibly taking a walk, stepping into sunlight, just taking a moment between tasks, or even just spending time in nature. It is the neurotransmitter that gives you the feeling of steady and calm. The next neurotransmitter that I would like to discuss is oxytocin, which is called also commonly as the love hormone. The reason it is called as such is because it releases when we spend time with a loved one, when we're with family, with people we trust, when we maintain deep eye contact with somebody that we trust, and it is even possible to release oxytocin when you're spending some bonding time with pets. The final one that I would like to discuss is endorphins. Endorphins are often called as the body's natural painkillers, and they get stimulated when you get the feeling of relief and when you stimulate and challenge your body in some way, like taking ice baths, eating spicy food, and even getting massages. Now, now that we know our neurotransmitters a little bit better, what is it that we can do that could possibly help us change our unhealthy behavioral patterns? I have come up with this simple system that has helped me break my own cycles, which is called the reset. Now, let me explain to you what reset stands for. R is for recognize. Recognize your urges. Getting self aware is the first step. When is it that you find yourself reaching for that late night snack? When is it that you find yourself wanting that cigarette? Is it just that you're stressed? Is it that you're anxious? Or are you just merely bored? So, the first step is to recognize where your urges truly come from. The second, which is E, is eliminate. You need to eliminate the triggers around you. It is possible for somebody who smokes to get triggered when they see a lighter. It is possible for somebody who is insistent on eating a lot of junk food to get triggered when they see their favorite snacks in their personal space. So, once you eliminate the triggers and not just the objects, but also the associating places with the habit, like people who like to smoke, they sometimes associate it with tea. It is possible that they see tea and they want to have a cigarette. So, eliminate the cause, eliminate the triggers. The next one that I would like to discuss is S for substitute. This is basically just substituting your unhealthy patterns and unhealthy um, behaviors with something that is a healthier alternative. So, if you know that you're doing something like, for example, people who smoke cigarettes again, you can just chew gum instead. Like a lot of people do that. For people who are interested in, again, late night snacking, what they found to help them is instead of cutting the need altogether, they pick up a healthier alternative. So, just switching to a healthier substitute can really help you. The next one is engage. E for engage, which is just engage in any sort of bodily movement that would ground you. And it doesn't just have to be a certain activity, it can be any new habit that you can get in your life, which is like you can go to the gym, you can go to sports, you can join a music club, an art club, you can paint, dance. Any new habit can significantly impact your life, and your nervous system will most likely thank you. The final one, and my personal favorite one, is the truth. You need to have the courage to tell the truth to yourself and to be honest with yourself. You cannot have unrealistic expectations. So, you need to understand that you cannot be delusional with your progress. Tell yourself the truth, take it one day at a time, one step at a time. I would like to conclude my talk by saying that urges don't mean that you're weak, they just mean that you're a human being. No one truly heals by being harder on themselves. I, as somebody who am a student myself, I see how there are a lot of pressures and frustrations around and a lot of emotional overwhelm. And I understand that it's really hard to find healthier coping mechanisms lately. But I believe that through small changes and also through using reset, which is recognize, eliminate, substitute, engage, and finally the truth, can really help you possibly make a change. Because the goal, it isn't to escape life. It is to feel safe enough to live in it. Thank you.